Welcome back to my channel. I'm Tanvir Kang, and today I'm going to be helping you to make your revision as effective as possible. I'll break down the best revision techniques, how to do them properly, and some common mistakes to avoid along the way. Whether you struggle with memorizing the content, exam technique, or motivation, I've got you covered. Let's get started. Now, the most common type of revision technique is also the worst, and that's just reading your notes. This is passive, so it is ineffective. What you want to do, if you actually want to retain the information, is actively recall it. One way you can do this is through flashcards. So what I want you to do is get some flashcards. On one side, write a question, and on the other side, write the answer. This way, you can test yourself. The second one is called blurting. So, grab a whiteboard or use a piece of paper and think of a specific topic in a subject and write everything that you know about that topic. Then, compare that with your notes and see if there are any gaps in your knowledge. For a lot of you watching, I'm sure you only start revising maybe a day or two before the test. Don't cram. Instead, use the next revision technique, which is called spaced repetition. So, how does it work? Well, revise a topic, and then I want you to revise it again the next day. Then wait 3 days and revise it again. Then wait a week and revise it again. And repeat this every couple of weeks. This will store it in your long-term memory rather than your short-term memory, because you've spaced it over a longer period of time. The most common mistake here is reviewing a topic once and assuming you know it. Instead, review every few weeks. Now you might be thinking, it takes me ages just to revise that one topic. How could I do it in a few days or even once every few weeks? Well, after you do it once, you'll see it becomes so much easier the next time. And it becomes even easier after, because you're starting to retain the information more and more. Use websites like Anki and Quizlet to make flashcards and notes. They are great for this. Now, when you're revising, don't just revise one subject a day. Instead, alternate between subjects. This will keep your brain engaged and focused, helping you to retain all the information. Now, you can be using all the best revision techniques and have your content memorized perfectly before the exam. But none of that matters if you can't apply it. So let's go into how you can master your exam technique. The best way to perfect your exam technique is, of course, past papers. This will give you first-hand experience of what the actual exam will be like. But don't just do them, compare them with the mark scheme. If you haven't already, check out my other video which explains how to best use past papers. Past papers will help you get used to the timings, so that time management isn't an issue in the exam. Make sure that while you're doing the past papers, you simulate the actual exam conditions as closely as possible. So don't have your phone or the mark scheme next to you, and try to do the paper in one sitting. This is by far the best way to improve your exam technique. It helps you to understand keywords, planning your responses, understanding the structure of each mark scheme. Past papers are a must if you want to ace your exam. Revision can feel overwhelming at times, but here's how to stay motivated and manage all your stress effectively. The best way to do this is to stay organised by making a revision timetable. If you haven't already, check out my other video which explains how to make the perfect revision timetable. Setting yourself specific, achievable goals, rather than saying revise biology, say revise respiration. This will keep you motivated and help you to feel that you've achieved something more. Break your revision into manageable chunks. I use something called the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of work followed by a 5-minute break. And you repeat this 3 or 4 times, and then you take a slightly longer break. This will keep you focused and avoid any burnout. The most important tip is to make sure you get plenty of sleep. at least 8 hours each day. This will help your memory and reduce stress. So now you know, instead of revising for hours on end, break it down into structured, focused sessions. That's it for today. Follow these techniques and tips and you're sure to smash your GCSEs. If you found this video helpful, like, comment and subscribe so that you never miss a tip. Good luck with your studies and remember, you've got this. Thanks for watching.